All right, can you believe that 2021 is already over? Man, what an amazing year, an incredible year. So I thought that I would recap about where we're at on our goals, what our goals were, what we learned. And I'll tell you this, I'm gonna tell you things that we've learned at the Multifamily Mindset. That's our education company. I'm also gonna tell you things that we've learned and accomplished and everything in our investment company, which is Multifamily Capital Partners. And we set goals and we didn't necessarily hit all those goals, but some goals we exceeded. I'm gonna walk you through, and listen, when we exceed a goal, that's awesome. Now what's next? When we don't hit a goal, hey, that's okay. What did we learn from it? How can that propel us into 2022? And that's really what I want you to take away from this video. Like, there's so much that we can get into, so many details, but you need to be able to set goals, track those goals throughout the year, and then be able to learn from each and every thing that happens throughout the year. So if you're unsure about what your goals are for the new year, this video will absolutely help with that. And you'll learn that anything is possible. Anything is possible. Like, listen, the goals that I set, that we set as a company in 2021, so many of those, so much more than what you think is possible right now is possible. But it's possible if you deliver on the right actions. So let's recap some of these things as we go through, okay? So the 2021 goals for the Multifamily Mindset. Once again, this is our education company, and we started this in November. Our first events were in November of 2020. So we're a very new company in 2021, okay? We had a planning session out here in Maui. We had all of the partners come out, as well as our marketing company come out, and we met here in my office in Maui in the conference room, and we laid out what the plan was, what we thought we were gonna accomplish, what we wanted to do for the students. And to see what has really transpired over the last year has been amazing, man. It's been amazing, way better and way more fulfilling than I could have ever imagined. We had planned to have 10 different advanced courses, add 10 different advanced courses to our training program. And we already had a whole bunch in there, and we've been able to add way more than 10. And if I'm being honest, I don't even know the exact number that we've been able to add. It's a lot, but it's amazing to see what can happen when you divide and conquer. I do not get credit for that. We have so many amazing team members in place, and where I used to be doing that solo, providing all this content and this training and this information, now I have a whole team of people that divide and conquer, and my word, what can be accomplished when you do that? A lot. We had a goal, y'all, to hire 10 new employees, 10. We are currently at 48 employees. That's a gigantic jump. And once again, I just mentioned the trainings that we've been able to put together. Well, a big reason that we've been able to accomplish all those things, and really the reason that we've been able to accomplish all those things are the employees that have been brought on board, and the value that they create and that they provide to each and every student and investor that comes through our program. It's an amazing thing to watch. We had a goal to have 100 students get into their first deal. We didn't really know what to expect. It's our first full year of education. We didn't know what to expect with that and if that was reasonable or possible. And it's absolutely possible. But I'll tell you that we fell short on that. Though we assisted in far more than 100 deals, we were looking for students in their first deal, these new investors to do their first deal. And currently to date, it's also, we found out it's very, very hard to track this information because not everyone shares that information. But currently to date, we're around 40-ish students into their first deals, which is one of the most rewarding things that I've been able to witness and see, is to see these students come through brand new, fresh, and to be able to close on these deals. And what's crazy is most of those students have also done multiple deals now at this point. We're only tracking that first deal, that first new deal that they've been able to do. Those are some of the goals that we had with the Multifamily Mindset and where we were able to land in regards to those goals. In the next section, I want to talk about the Multifamily Capital Partners. That's our investment company. The investment company has been around a lot longer than the education company. In fact, the education company doesn't exist without the investment company. So we had a goal to acquire 1,000 additional units, to add 1,000 additional units to our portfolio. And I'm happy to report that we were able to add 1,062 units to our portfolio. And what's crazy is, we thought towards the end of the year that we might fall short. But right at the buzzer, there was somebody that needed us to add some additional value into their deal. We were able to add an additional 144 units to the portfolio that took us over 1,000 units for the year. Another goal is we wanted to add $100 million of real estate to our portfolio, and we fell short on that goal. We were only able to add $97 million to our portfolio. Still not too bad, but we know that we can do more. That's obviously $3 million shy of our goal. And our goal next year will be to exceed those numbers for sure. We wanted to raise $20 million in equity. I'm going to tell you that would have been our biggest year of equity raise that we've had yet. And we were able to raise $35 million of equity. So we're very happy about that. And we see so many more trends moving forward in that direction of what we're able to do and the systems that we've been able to put in place. I'm very excited about. We wanted to average at least 8% returns to investors over the course of the 12 months. We were able to blow that out of the water. We were able to exit some deals this year unexpectedly. The market made sense to exit, so we were able to exit. And I'll just give you this number. We were able to distribute to investors over $12.5 million to investors that we were able to distribute, which is just, it's an amazing thing as you continue to see this business scale and grow. And those of you that are building and growing and scaling your investment portfolios, I'm just going to tell you each and every year it gets better and better as long as you continue to once again deliver on the right actionables. Okay, some major highlights of the year for the multifamily mindset. So many major highlights, man. So many major highlights. We're able to grow once again to 48 employees. 3 of those individuals who came on board are past students, individuals we met this year who came to the class, excelled in the business, and then wanted to give back and provide value within the company and to the student base that we serve, which has been an amazing thing to see and witness as well, and have them within the fold here. We also, some additional highlights as far as some of our employees go. We have Brady and Hannah who got married. They have a baby on the way. We have Todd and Kaylee who have a baby on the way. We have Dallas and Haley who are also pregnant with a baby on the way. We have Lance and Rebecca who have a baby on the way. Lot of reproduction happening at the multifamily mindset, not just with portfolios, with apartments, but family portfolios, which is even better, okay? We added 602 new investors. We don't call them students, we call them new investors. So mentorship individuals into our program, which has been fantastic. And we've been able to move into a new office. When we started the year, we didn't even have an office. With the first part of the year, we moved into a new office, a small office. And within a few months, we were able to move into a big brand new office to house everyone, and that's been amazing too. Here in Maui, we had this office here, but it didn't look like this a year ago. We had it completely revamped, renovated, which has been awesome as well. It's better than it was, I'll tell you that right now. We've also been able to double, sometimes even triple our conversions from marketing without spending any more dollars. And that's the huge reason behind that is because we have the end in mind, this bigger goal in mind of taking care of students. When you take care of students, that continues to be told to other people. Reviews, all these kind of things start to put into place. And then we've been able to dial in our systems and our strategies. Once again, you can never be content and comfortable. You have to always be looking at how you can get better. We had some record events. We had record events in Las Vegas and Dallas and Phoenix, record events. Once again, events that if you would have told us we would have had those events at the beginning of the year, we would have been doing backflips, and we're doing backflips right now from those events as well. The Multifamily Growth Cast, that's our podcast. That didn't even exist a year ago. Actually, it existed. We created it almost exactly a year ago. And now within this first year, we've been able to have a little over 50,000 in downloads. That thing is just continuing to grow. The slope on that thing is like this. Dallas does an amazing job. Jackson does an amazing job there. It's fun to be able to participate on that podcast as well. So the growth there has been amazing. The most important aspect, though, of everything, in my opinion, with MFM has to come down to the new investors who are within the program, the success that they're seeing, the traction that they're gaining, and just to see how this is continually compiling on each other, and how those individuals who are new are now providing value and support to those within the network. But I want to give a huge shout out to our coaches within the office, and really everyone within the company, but the coaches within the office and the growth that they've seen in that role, and just how much better they are at being able to help students with their needs, and being able to, how patient and loving they are to those students. No way possible we'd be where we are without them, or our students would be where they are without them as well. We're very grateful for them. So positivity, love, service is our motto. That's our core motto, our company values, and they embody all of that, as well as providing value to all those that we serve. We're very grateful for that. As for the Multifamily Capital Partners, our investment company, once again, tons of wins. I mean, we were able to add a whole bunch of real estate to our portfolio. We were able to far exceed investor returns, which to me is, so gratifying. I mean, I actually always make this joke, and I say I want to change people's lives, but I believe that I'll change people's lives on the education company, not the investment company, because my investors aren't ever going to come to me and say, hey, I got a 21% return and you changed my life, right? But that happened, man. We've been able to far exceed those returns for our investors, far exceed those returns for investors. And literally just a week ago, I got a text message, multiple text messages, but one of those text messages said, verbatim, "You've changed my life. This investment," not me as an individual, but this investment has changed my life. It has allowed me to have a more dignified retirement, and that brings more joy than I can even tell you. And we were able to add $97 million of real estate to our portfolio. But I want to also say that that doesn't account for all the equity growth that we've seen. If you account for equity growth, we've added way more than $97 million to our portfolio. And then a fun part, okay? Blackstone. Blackstone is one of the largest owners of multifamily real estate in the entire nation. I don't even know how much real estate they own, 300, 500 billion, whatever number it is at this point. And we were able to go head to head on them, on a deal, competing against them on a deal. This is David and Goliath type moment. And we freaking slung a rock right in their dome, took them out on that deal, and won that deal, which was definitely a highlight for us this year. It was very fun to see that happen. All right, some biggest lessons learned. Man, lots of lessons learned. We have this acronym that is coined by Dallas. Dallas is our mental skills, mental training coach, and it's life, learn, implement, fail, evolve. And man, we've learned a ton, we've implemented a ton, we've failed a ton, and we have evolved a ton, both at a company level as well as an individual level, these individuals within the company, which is ultimately how the company evolves as well. So we've learned how important that structure and organization are, being able to implement and improve just these chains of command, and being able to, have streamlined communication has been so critical to growth and maintaining relationships. And those were some hard lessons to learn throughout the years we continue to scale and grow, but we've been able to dial those in, and we're continually dialing those in. That doesn't just, you don't just get there and then it's done. Those are continued to be dialed in throughout, which is a great thing. We were able to sponsor our first student deal. That was a learning lesson for us, okay? There was so much more that we could have done on that deal, so much that we learned from on that deal. Sponsoring, we've sponsored deals before, many deals before, but sponsoring a deal from somebody in the network and what those expectations are and what they need from us, and it's a different level of commitment, I would say. And we learned so much on that deal that it will help not just us, but more importantly, every student that we sponsor from there. So Dennis, Daryl, everyone that was involved in that deal, I want you to know how grateful we are for that feedback that you provided, and can't tell you how proud of you that we are, of all that you're accomplishing, all that you're doing. It's an amazing thing. We're able to understand how important it is to delegate and how beneficial delegation is. I mean, we talked in the beginning about all these courses we've been able to put together and the value that we've been able to provide. And by we, I mean not me. I mean all these individuals that we've been able to bring on board, and how dedicated they are to dialing in their area of expertise. They are phenomenal. They can do it better than I can do it. And that has been an amazing thing to see. Also, simple systems are just crucial for success and for, once again, scalability. Been able to continually dial those in time and time again. to be able to see major growth. Never being content with where we're at, comfortable with where we're at, but always knowing that we can learn, improve, and become better. It's allowed us to scale to the point that we are. Also, one thing that I learned is that, I already knew this, but it was just so evident this year, is that we're only as good as those that we surround ourselves with. As we begin to hire and scale and grow, we're so picky with those individuals that we bring in. It's because these individuals, whether it's the investment company and dealing with different vendors we work with and investors that we work with, or the education company and the students that they're working with and everything that is involved on that level, being able to surround ourselves with positive, like-minded, growth-oriented individuals have been a game changer for us as a company, but for all of us as individuals. And I'm, once again, just so grateful for these individuals that we were able to pick up. And I'll tell you how we were able to pick up so many of them. We started this thing, man, in the height of the coronavirus, man, when people were laying off, and there's a lot of amazing people sitting on the sidelines. Well, that's when we pushed the gas pedal down. Once again, when the majority of people are doing something, we're gonna go the opposite direction. That's when we pushed the gas pedal down. Instead of making decisions out of fear and scarcity, we made decisions out of abundance and taking ownership for everything that we're doing. And because of that, we were able to bring on and have access to individuals that we would have never had access to had those other companies not laid them off. So shout out to all those fear-based companies that laid individuals off, that allowed us to just frickin' swoop these people up and provide huge value to us and everybody that we serve as well. As a leader, I'll tell you, and as a leadership group as a company, just how important it is to have just this clear vision. And you can have that clear vision, but it's so important to make sure that that clear vision is displayed and explained to everyone within the organization, and then continually checking in that everyone is moving in the same direction as that vision. I believe that most everyone has the desire to excel, the desire to do more, the desire to just succeed, right? But we have to continually make sure that we're moving in the same direction, and that comes from communication for sure. And then just proper training. Proper training prevents future problems. So that comes down to new employees that come in. That comes down to training our investors on what to expect on the deal. That comes down to students coming in and laying the foundation for them with training. All of that, it's worth the time to think through that process and lay the foundation. And if you do that, it will definitely prevent future problems in the beginning for sure. All right. All those things that we talked about, all those learning lessons, all those goals, all those achievements, all those kind of things. How and what will we do to take those things and propel us into 2022? Well, first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna learn from every single thing that we failed at this year. I believe it's only a failure if you don't learn from it. So it's either win or learn. So those areas that we didn't quite hit or that didn't quite go the way that we wanted to, I'm grateful for those things. And that's a for real thing. I'm very grateful. Problems are an indicator of potential progress. So if we can reframe our perspective on problems and put systems in place to not only identify problems, but also solve problems, we'll continue to grow as individuals, as organizations, and be able to provide more value to everyone within, the organizations that you serve. And so grateful for those problems that we were able to have and those growing pains that we're able to have. And I'm excited to see what growing pains and problems we have in 2022, because those will only allow us to get bigger, better, stronger, and once again, provide more value to every single person that we serve. And so that's how we'll propel into 2022. Now, our goals and our intentions for 2022. Let's dial into some of those for both the investment company and the education company. All right, now the vision for 2022 for our education company, okay? We have big goals for our education company. We find so much value in and so much purpose in providing value to our new investors and seeing them come along the journey. And so we have spent a lot of time dialing in new systems, processes, procedures, and we want to bring 1,000 new investors, new mentorship students into our mentorship program, 1,000. Now, to be able to do that, okay, we need to increase our goals and what percent of those individuals that we want to be able to come in and do deals. And it comes down to about 150 new student deals, but that's about 15% of our students coming through and getting in first deal. their first deal in year one right out the gates. It's this building process to be able to do that. So 15%, we want to help these individuals get into their first deal. I call it the law of the first deal, man. Once they do the first deal, they come in rapid succession after that. So ways to be able to do that, man. We put together different opportunities and value to, we call it unexpected value. Unexpected value to be able to send these individuals lists of properties that they can go source, and being able to help them understand their roles and to partner up with other partners as well. This is a team sport, so we have different systems that we'll be promoting and putting together to help these individuals get into their first deals, which I'm very excited to lay out. We also want to do one live advanced event a quarter. Now, we've been doing a bunch of live advanced events, but they've all been virtually, and we want to get face-to-face. We've realized how important it is to get face-to-face, and so we're going to get face-to-face with our students one time a quarter at least. We're also laying out it's called a Peak Partnership event. This Peak Partnership event will be an amazing event. It will be our annual networking event. We're going to have big speakers in there like Ed Milet. We'll have individuals like Eric Thomas, and a whole bunch of industry leaders coming in and coming together and being able to provide this networking event for anyone to find whatever partner they're looking for, whether it's sponsors, whether it's people to help them raise capital on the deal, other operators, or whether it's a passive investor who wants to find deals to invest in. This is going to be an event that has some of the top operators in the country to be able to do that. And so we're bringing them together in Las Vegas in April 8th and 9th, which we're very excited to unveil that event. We'll call it Unleash. That sounds good too. Just freaking unleash this event onto people. Will be an amazing thing. We're also creating a fund. Okay, a fund. We feel that as we create this big fund, it'll help not only our investment company do deals, but it'll put us in a position where we can fund more student deals. And so that's a big piece of the puzzle that we learned from this past year that we're now coming in to put together into a fund to allow not only our investment company to scale and grow, but man, be able to help new students do their first deals, which once again will help us propel to where we want to be. We have three major divisions, okay? We have our growth mindset division, which will be launched Q1 of 2022. It's a whole new mindset division, a whole new mindset company, which we're very excited to unveil and unleash as well. Dallas has done an amazing job of putting all this together. That company will be called the Growth Mindset Group. We're very excited to unleash that and just the systems and processes and procedures to put in place to help people get their mindset right. Our other division is the Multifamily Education Division, the multifamily mindset that I've talked about multiple times. That will continue to scale and grow and grow. Once again, 1,000 new mentorship students. And then we also have our investment company. Our investment company, Multifamily Capital Partners. We're going to have those funds created, those systems put together there as well, and bring all these different roles that we need. We're bringing them in-house, once again, to be able to provide more value to our investors and also more value to our students, our new investors, our mentorship students, to be able to help them fund and operate those deals as they become new in this space and are looking to scale and grow in this space. We're excited for those things to come. All right, as we look at a company, as we look at a business, what we're trying to do is we're trying to make an impact. And I want to help you understand the impact that we will be making within our investment company, our mindset company, our education company, things that I'm very excited about. And these aren't things that are necessarily for 2022, but I want to give you the ultimate vision, which is this. We want to make a gigantic impact in the lives of the people that we serve. So much so that we want to be able to sell out things like, we want to be able to sell out an entire sports arena. It's a goal that we have. Another goal that we have is we want to be able to, obviously, if we're going to be bringing in 1,000 new students, we need to be continuing to scale the employees that serve those students. And so we'll be enhancing our coaching division by about 50 new coaches. Once again, not all of those coaches will be coming in 2022, but that system and how we implement that will be done in the very near future. We have a whole system outlined on how that coaching structure works and being able to bring it in-house. And that will ultimately allow us to change the view of coaching programs, mentorship programs. And here's why. The number one problem that new students have, new individuals coming in have, is being able to have the access to the individuals with the resources, the knowledge, and the tools that they need to scale and grow, and also their mindset. So think about what we're doing. We're scaling a coaching program, scaling coaches, bringing them in-house to make them available all hours of the day, well, business hours of the day. and then also being able to dial in a mindset division to help get people's mindset right. Very, very excited. That's a global adventure that we're looking to launch once again this year, which is very exciting. Another big focus for us is we want to be able to create a charity. You know, the more that you get to know us as owners, as we have Todd, Miller, Dallas, Pruitt, Ryan, Woolley. Ryan has one of the biggest hearts I've ever met in my life. And we want to create a charity and be able to donate millions of dollars, and once again make an impact in that realm. Another thing that's really important to us, we want to make a difference on the African American community. And we have a goal to help 100 new students. Once again, first deals. I'm not talking about second, third, fourth deals. We're talking about 100 new deals, first deals for our African American clientele. It's very important for us. You know, I'll tell you when this all came about. It's always been important to me. But I taught a class in New York, and the doubts that I saw in New York in some of these individuals that I chatted with was heartbreaking to me. And I want to give a huge shout out to them for what they've been able to already do within this network and within this industry and the splash that they're making. And it's helped me understand that I can do tons of deals, but that's not going to inspire anybody that is not my same color or skin tone that they can do that. And I want to enhance their belief for everyone. And so the only way that I can do that is to help those individuals go and do deals. And I'm so excited, and that's a huge focus for us as a company. And I'm very excited to lay that out and to see that splash and that impact. It's something that's very near and dear to my heart. So I'm very pumped about that. All right, that is a recap of 2021 and some goals for 2022, and even, you know, some bigger vision picture plans that we're looking to accomplish within the different groups that we have here, the different businesses we have here. And I just want to personally give a shout out to everyone within our network of individuals, these new investors within our mentorship program, the investors that partner with us on these multifamily deals, and these investors that have put capital into these multifamily deals, all the employees, and then everyone that I've been able to surround myself with within these organizations, and the impact that they've been able to make and the inspiration that they provide for me on a day-to-day basis. I'm very, very grateful for that. And for all of those of you who are watching this for the first time who don't know who Tyler Devereaux is, who don't know who the Multifamily Mindset is, Multifamily Capital Partners, or who also don't know who the Growth Mindset Group is, come get to know us, man. We're excited to make an impact on your life and grateful for the trust that you put into us to help you do that. Here is to the best year yet, 2022. It's gonna make 2021 look like a freaking baby step. 2022, do you know what we're doing? Gigantic step. Let's go. Let's go.